Hello, my name is Victoria, and my group, TSA PreCheck, and I will be conducting a SWOT analysis on the Boeing company. Here's an introduction on the company. They were founded in 1960 by William E. Boeing. They are considered one of the world's largest aerospace companies. They're known as a global leader in aircraft due to their continuous technological advancements in the aviation industry. Their mission is to connect, protect, explore, and inspire the world with cutting-edge aerospace technologies. Their vision focuses on safe, efficient air travel and space exploration. And their values are integrity, safety, quality, diversity, and sustainability. Overall, as a group, we do think the company is positive, and we will discuss that in the upcoming SWOT analysis. So let's get into it.
One of Boeing's strengths is international management. Globalization is an important factor in the growth of a company, and the world is becoming a holistic market rather than a market of multiple countries. Boeing is well aware of the global markets nowadays. That's why Boeing works and invests with 150 countries around the world. That is one of the reasons why Boeing can remain the top company in the field of airframe aviation. First of all, managers who are familiar with global markets. Boeing is a global company with operations in 150 countries, which means that Boeing has a group of excellent management talents. One of them is Dr. Brydon Nelson AO, who was named Senior Vice President and President of Boeing Global on June 12, 2023. After serving as the President of Australia, New Zealand, and the South Pacific. He is also a former Australian diplomat, which makes him very versed in international relations. This is important for Boeing to grow its global market. The second point is the difference in the way Boeing invests and partners in different markets. For example, in the cooperation with China, Boeing has taken the diversification of investment so as to avoid losses, in which Zhoushan plant was established in 2018. This plant is a joint venture between Boeing and Commercial Airplanes of China. The third point where Boeing's global management comes through is training and technical support. Boeing customers are all over the world, and Boeing must ensure the safety of every flight. So technical support and training are essential. Boeing provides in-house training in flight, maintenance, and other areas. The existence of this training improves the skills of the global customers and reduces the probability of errors and enhances the global cooperation.
In addition to international management, another strength that Boeing exemplifies is its company culture. Company culture can be defined as a set of shared implicit assumptions that a group holds that determines how it perceives, thinks about, and reacts to various environments. Boeing has emphasized the importance of having a strong company culture, especially after the events of January 5th earlier this year, where one of Boeing's aircraft suffered a major manufacturing problem. According to the New York Times, the in-flight emergency included the aircraft's left mid-exit door from detaching, leading to rapid cabin decompression at 16,000 feet. Before January 5th, employees reported facing significant pressure to meet production deadlines, which at times led to questionable practices they worried might compromise quality and safety of Boeing's aircrafts. One of Boeing's first steps of action to improve its company culture was changing its leaders, including the CEO, the chairman, and the head of the commercial planes division. When Boeing's employees expressed their concerns about their lack of adequate training, Boeing added improve employee training as one of their 7 areas of improvement, prioritizing employees over profit. Boeing also adopted the Speak Up system, which encourages employees to report any safety or quality issues that could lead to potential promotions and benefits. These actions all strengthened Boeing's company culture and created psychological safety among its employees. According to Boeing's executive summary, the promotion efforts have been successful, with submissions increasing more than 500% in the first 2 months of 2024 compared to the same period in 2023. To ensure that Boeing upholds a strong company culture, the company should continue prioritizing psychological safety among its organization.
Corporate social responsibility, or CSR, is Boeing's commitment to balance profitability with positive contributions to society and the environment. As highlighted by the textbook, CSR allows companies to align business practices with ethical values. One of Boeing's major commitments in this area is reducing its carbon footprint through the use of sustainable aviation fuel, or SAF. SAF has a significantly lower life cycle carbon impact than traditional jet fuel. By making one of its largest ever SAF purchases, Boeing shows its dedication to sustainable practices and its commitment to reaching net zero emissions by 2050. This focus on SAF not only helps Boeing meet environmental goals, but also gives it a competitive edge as sustainability becomes a top priority in the aerospace industry. To further drive its commitment to environmental responsibility, Boeing has developed the Eco Demonstrator Program. This innovative program allows Boeing to test new technologies in real-world settings to improve fuel efficiency and reduce emissions. These advancements are not only beneficial for the environment, but also demonstrates Boeing's proactive approach to CSR. By taking these steps, Boeing appeals to stakeholders who prioritize environmental responsibility and shows that it's at the forefront of developing sustainable solutions in aviation. The Eco Demonstrator Program reflects Boeing's dedication to exploring ways to minimize its environmental impact and underscores its role as a responsible leader in the industry. Boeing's commitment to CSR also strengthens its reputation among younger generations, who increasingly value companies that prioritize ethical practices. According to Kinnicky, CSR has become especially important to millennials and Gen Z, who are attracted to organizations that align with their values. By following the triple bottom line of people, planet, and profit, Boeing boosts its appeal to these younger workers. This focus not only helps attract talent, but also promotes a loyal, engaged workforce, reinforcing Boeing's position in the market. Ultimately, CSR initiatives contribute to employee retention, creating a stronger, more committed team aligned with Boeing's long-term goals.
One of Boeing's weaknesses is their employees being on strike. These employees are having no motivation to work because of the incentives that the job used to have are no longer available, or the company is not agreeing to their proposal. Having some employee motivation, like extrinsic motivation from the company, would help in wanting to stop the strike. Extrinsic motivation would help because it is driven by receiving a valued reward from another person or entity. If they received the reward of the pay raise and the pension, they would be more motivated to work. One of the biggest reasons as to why the strike is still going on is because their demands aren't being met. The new contract had an increase in pay, though still short of the 40% raise the union wanted, according to Rose 2024. The demands of their pension are also not being met. At the rally in Seattle last week, Kinkener and other union members made it very clear that they want to reinstate the pension plan they lost almost a decade ago. This has been one of the biggest reasons for trying to strike, since the offer has not yet been put on the table. With the Boeing employees being on strike, the company is losing money at a fast pace. According to Rose 2024, the company has already said it will report losses of at least $5 billion in the third quarter alone. They have lost the most amount of money with this strike compared to the others that they've had. To better work with the union to stop losing money within the company, Boeing could either use the mediation or the arbitration process. Both processes use a neutral third party to listen to them, but with the mediation process, they make suggestions and encourage them to come to a conclusion, while the arbitration process makes a decision that is binding for both parties. Both allow a third party to be involved with the whole process and to help allow the two parties to come to an agreement so that the workers can start up again. Using either the mediation or the arbitration process could allow for Boeing to not have another strike. While machinist union strikes aren't new for Boeing, this is the 8th in Boeing's 100-year history, mentioned by Rosenblatt 2024.
Boeing's sustainable competitive advantage is currently weak, and this is a critical issue for the company's future. A competitive advantage is defined as the ability to produce goods or services more effectively than competitors, which allows a company to outperform others. To maintain a sustainable competitive advantage, a company must stay ahead in 4 key areas: responsiveness to customers, innovation, quality, and efficiency. While Boeing has made significant strides in innovation, particularly in sustainability, their performance and customer satisfaction has significantly declined, which is the most important factor of the 4. Boeing's primary customers are airlines, and they have been most affected by Boeing's delays in production and delivery. For example, United Airlines, one of Boeing's largest customers, had to encourage pilots to take unpaid time off earlier this year due to severe delays in receiving aircraft parts. This shortage has resulted in a lack of flights and directly impacted airline operations. Boeing's failure to meet customer needs has affected not just the airline industry, but also the livelihoods of those working for both Boeing and its customers. Beyond airlines, regular consumers are also losing trust in Boeing. A recent survey showed that 54% of respondents preferred Airbus over Boeing, signaling a shift in consumer trust. Additionally, 50% of respondents expressed unease about flying on Boeing aircraft, citing recent issues with the company's products. The consequences of these delays are cascading down the entire supply chain, ultimately impacting the average consumer. To regain its competitive edge, Boeing must focus on accountability and improvement. The company needs to prove that it has learned from its past mistakes and has made substantial progress in delivering the quality and reliability that customers respect. In the long run, maintaining a sustainable competitive advantage is crucial for Boeing's survival. If Boeing cannot meet service expectations, its customers will look elsewhere. The sooner Boeing can get its operations under control, the sooner it can turn its competitive position into a strength once again.
One of Boeing's weaknesses is their Starliner program. Boeing's Starliner program has struggled with continuous technical malfunctions and significant mission delays. These issues have included thruster problems and clock errors, which have prevented successful mission execution and caused major setbacks since the first uncrewed test in 2019. Strong leadership involves ethical decision making, which means considering the impact of choices on all stakeholders and prioritizing values like honesty and responsibility. Leaders who demonstrate these principles can strengthen organizational trust and performance. Experts have raised concerns that Boeing may have prioritized financial returns over engineering quality. This shift could be a key reason behind the persistent technical failures, suggesting a struggle to balance shareholder demands with the ethical responsibility of ensuring spacecraft safety. Astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams experienced an extended stay on the ISS far longer than planned, week-long mission due to these malfunctions. This situation exemplifies the consequences of the Starliner's reliability problems and the importance of addressing them. So the issues with Starliner reflect a wider reputational challenge for Boeing, similar to the setback seen in the 737 MAX crisis. And these events have collectively weakened trust in Boeing's commitment to engineering excellence and safety across its various sectors.
A big opportunity Boeing should take advantage of is the new evolving market of satellite machinery. If Boeing can successfully infiltrate this market, this unrelated diversification would be great for the company portfolio. According to an article in Global Connectivity, an increasing number of satellites are needed due to the rapid rise in worldwide interconnectedness. This rise was even accelerated due to the recent COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. That was the first major case that highlighted just how necessary it is to stay connected in even the most remote places. Being able to provide the satellites necessary to satisfy the demand for connection is just what Boeing needs to strengthen its competitive advantage against competitors. An article from Markets and Markets also predicts that this new market growth is stable, with the current market at $16.9 billion in 2024 and forecasted to rise to $33.2 billion by 2029, making it a less risky diversification compared to other possible businesses. While the company has dabbled in space work, the satellite market is still hugely untapped right now and continues to be on the rise. This is a great way for the company to reduce risk, since there will be some losses in trying out multiple markets. Diversifying into a new unrelated market is perfect for reducing that risk of losing profit in case the market isn't as receptive as we thought, or if the company cannot successfully infiltrate it. The rapidly growing satellite market is a prime opportunity for Boeing to increase their competitive advantage and stay on top.
Boeing's biggest threat this year was its lack of control. Control, which is one of the 4 management functions, is used to make sure that performance meets objectives. Controlling is defined as monitoring performance, comparing it with goals, and taking corrective action as needed. While control is needed for several reasons, Boeing needed control to discover irregularities and errors in its production and manufacturing of commercial aircrafts. Over the course of 2024, the Federal Aviation Administration found multiple instances where the company allegedly failed to comply with manufacturing quality control requirements. Quality control is essential for companies like Boeing because it minimizes error in production. While Boeing made efforts throughout the year to gain control, it has not been enough. The lack of control in manufacturing has threatened Boeing's production and has ultimately led to customer dissatisfaction, cost overruns, manufacturing defects, and unhappy employees. In order to fix Boeing's manufacturing control issues, Boeing needs to follow the 4 steps of the control process, which are to establish standards, measure performance, compare performance to standards, and take corrective action. On October 23, 2024, during Boeing's third quarter financial results webcast, Kelly Ortberg, Boeing's CEO, admitted that Boeing's performance this year did not meet objectives. During the webcast, Ortberg emphasized that Boeing must learn from its past mistakes and move forward as a company. Ortberg told Boeing employees that their leaders, including him, need to be closely integrated with their business and the people who are doing the design and production of its products. Ortberg is specifically concentrating on feed-forward control, which focuses on preventing future problems. Ultimately, Boeing needs to take a step back, analyze its mistakes, establish new standards based off of those past mistakes, and meet its performance goals to gain back manufacturing control.
To sum everything up, Boeing is at a pivotal moment with strong global reach and strategic investments in regions like Poland and Asia, allowing it to tap into diverse talent and resources. However, the company is facing significant internal challenges, particularly labor strikes, which have led to financial losses. The highlights the need for better workforce relations to maintain productivity and morale. Looking ahead, Boeing has a strong opportunity to diversify into the growing satellite market, which could strengthen its competitive edge as global connectivity becomes more crucial. In summary, while Boeing's global strategy and focus on safety give it advantage in the aerospace industry, addressing labor issues and exploring new markets will be key to overcoming current challenges and ensuring future growth. Thank you.